My name is Mark Langer. I am the principal at Fremd High School in Palatine, Illinois. Fremd prides itself on high academic standards. Our athletes, win multiple championships and are always competitive. And then our activities also, same thing. We have high standards for our clubs. They win numerous awards. And overall, we're just one of the top high schools in the Chicagoland area.
So I want to start by asking you your thoughts about the Ukraine war and kind of what's been going on over the last couple of months.
I would say it's almost surreal in a way, in that, unfortunately, we've kind of been going about our daily lives with, in the background, this conflict has been going on in Ukraine. And it's very disheartening, it's very sad to know that so many are in a terrible situation. And I think it's important that students like yourself, that our communities can do whatever we can to help support those people that are going through so much in Ukraine.
So why is it important, to you and to our community that specifically the youth are involved in, saving these kids and supporting them?
Probably first and foremost because the youth are our future, and the youth have probably a better pulse about what's going on sometimes in the world than us old adults. A lot of our newest and freshest ideas come from our young people, our young leaders who will be the future. So it's important to support them in any way to help the greater cause.
Absolutely. And what has the Fremd community specifically done to support the Ukrainian cause in Illinois?
So I know there's been a lot of outreach in terms of collecting supplies and sending over supplies and making donations. But one of the other things that we've done is try and support specifically our students here, whether it be emotionally, whether it be with supplies or anything like that, because we know a lot of our students have family, relatives, friends that are in Ukraine that need that support. And it's not only, it could be physically draining on people, but it can also be emotionally draining. So outside of just those supplies, also we've set up supports for our student services department to help support our students here. And then we've also seen an increase in the number of students that have come here that are looking to move into the Palatine Fremd boundaries and become students and part of our community. And we will welcome them with open arms.
What do you hope for the future in terms of supporting the Ukrainian children?
Hopefully this conflict can be resolved as soon as possible. But in the meantime, we will do whatever we can to help support our students, to help support their families and Ukraine as a whole. So we will continue with our student services support and drives and help support them in any way we can.
Absolutely. And what is your message to the families in Ukraine currently that are going to see this video?
I will say stay strong. I don't think there's anybody that isn't in support of Ukraine. It's great to drive through the community, see signs on cars, see Ukrainian flags everywhere. And I think it's important that we continue to stay strong, to always keep them in our hearts and our minds, to know what they're going through and be ready to support.
And I want to ask you one last question, a message for the educators and leadership teams there. As an educator yourself, I think it's really important, the work that these educators have done stepping into these roles in such short amount of time.
And again, I would say the same thing, stay the course. Education is probably the most important tool we have out there. So to be able to not lose that during this conflict. I know it's tough with everything that's going on over there, whether it be, the fighting, everything like that, but it's important to continue the education.